Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Muhammad Fauzan bin Rahman and today I will present the introduction part of our assignment on title Digital Growth versus Digital Gaps. Who is left behind in Malaysia economy? So, digitalization is one of the key drivers of economic development in Malaysia. Digital technologies such as e-commerce, digital payment, online platform and cloud computing are now widely used in businesses, government services and daily life. These technologies help to improve productivity, expand markets and create higher value jobs. The digital economy play an important role in Malaysia economy activity. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, the ICT sector contribute 23.4% or about 451.3 billion ringgit Malaysia to the economy in 2024. Which shows that digital activities are a major contributor to national growth. Malaysia is one of the leading digital economies in Southeast Asia. The digital economy grows about 19% each year with trade value expected to reach $39 billion by the end of 2025. This growth is driven by e-commerce, online services, and investment in technologies such as artificial intelligence. High internet and mobile usage also support this growth. However, this digital growth does not benefit everyone equally. Digital gaps exist due to differences in location, income, education, and more. So, the purpose of this assignment is to examine the gap between digital growth and digital inequality in Malaysia, and its aim to identify who is left behind in digital economy and how unequal access to this digital infrastructure and skills can increase inequality.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amira Binti Shaharuddin. I would like to discuss digital growth in Malaysia, focusing on the structure of the digital economy, internet penetration rates, and the growth of digital industries. To begin with, digital growth in Malaysia is closely linked to how to contribute and expand its digital economy. In simple terms, the digital economy refers to economic and social activities that rely on the digital technologies used by individuals, business, and the government. According to Malaysian National Policy document My Digital and data from the Department of Statistics Malaysia, digital economy is not linked to internet usage alone. Instead, it involves a full ecosystem that includes digital infrastructure, digital service, e-commerce, skill talents, and a trusted and secure digital environment. These elements together support Malaysia's long-term digital development. Component of the digital economy. Next, I will explain the components of Malaysia digital economy. The digital economy play a major role in the national development by driving innovation, improving productivity, and strengthening competitiveness across sectors. Malaysia digital economy consists of several key components. These include a digital infrastructure and connectivity, the ICT industry, e-commerce and digital trade, digital platform and entrepreneurship, sector-wide digital service, digital finance, digital government, digital talent, a trusted and secure digital environment, and emerging technologies. First, digital infrastructure and connectivity form the foundation of the digital economy. This includes broadband networks, mobile connectivity, data centers, and cloud infrastructure. My digital highlights digital infrastructure as a core national trust, showing that without a strong connectivity, digital growth cannot be sustained. Second, the ICT industry, which represents the productions side of the digital economy, plays a crucial role according to the DOSM. Malaysia ICT economy include both the ICT industry and e-commerce, indicating that the digital production is an important contributor to economic growth. Third, e-commerce and digital trade enables businesses and consumers to buy and sell goods and services online. This shows how digitalization spread beyond technology front into the wider economy. In addition, a digital platform and digital entrepreneurship allows businesses, especially small and medium enterprises, to reach wider market scale faster and introduce innovative services. These platforms are a key pillar of Malaysia's digital development. Malaysia also promotes digital service across economic sectors such as tourism, health, agriculture, trade, showing that digital growth is not limited to the ICT sector alone. Other important components include a digital finance, which supports cashless payments and financial inclusion, digital government, which improves public service delivery, and digital talents, which ensure the workforce has the necessary digital skills. Finally, cybersecurity, trust, and ethical digital practices, along with emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, cloud computing, and the Internet of Things (IoT) are essential to ensure that digital growth is sustainable and competitive. For the internet penetration rates, moving to the internet penetration rate, Malaysia recorded one of the highest levels in Asia in 2025. Mobile broadband penetration reached to 130.8%, mobile cellular penetration reached to 146%, and the fixed broadband penetration stood at 48.4%. At the same time, Malaysia has approximately 34.9 million internet users, representing 97.7% of the population, while 72% of the population were active social media users. This figure highlights that the widespread connectivity is a strong foundation for the digital economic growth. Type of internet penetration. Internet penetration can be divided into three categories. First, mobile broadband. Penetration reached 130.8 subscription for 100 populations, indicating a heavy reliance on smartphone for internet access. Many Malaysians own more than one mobile subscription, which support the growth of economies, digital finance, and online service. Second, the mobile cellular penetration reached to 146%, showing that the active SIM cards exceed the total populations. This reflects users' patterns such as a multiple SIM ownership for words, cost saving, and network reliability. Third, fixed broadband penetration reached 48.4%, which, although lower than the mobile penetration, remained critical for the high capacity applications such as cloud computing, artificial intelligence, AI, and a smart city development. Growth of digital industry. Lastly, Malaysia's digital industry growth is mainly driven by e-commerce, online tourism, and fintech. Platforms such as Shopee and Lazada have helped SME expand regionally, while fintech innovations such as e-wallet and digital bank have accelerated the country transitions towards a cashless society. Malaysia has also emerged as a regional innovation hub, capturing 32% of regional AI funding and accounting for half of Southeast Asia IPO listing in 2025. This shows that Malaysia is attracting international investment and strengthening its competitiveness. In conclusion, supported by the strong internet penetrations, national digital strategies such as My Digital and rapid technological adoptions, Malaysia's digital economy is expected to continue growing through 5G, artificial intelligence, AI, and blockchain technologies, positioning the country as a leading digital hub in the region.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Adora Binti Rahtimin, and let me continue the presentation on the topic of digital caps in Malaysia. Malaysia's digital economy has grown quickly in recent years, expanding by 19% in 2025 and contributing 23.4% to the country's GDP through the ICT and e-commerce sectors. Strong internet connectivity and high mobile broadband penetration have made digital platform part of everyday life for many Malaysians. However, this rapid progress has not benefited everyone equally. Digital gaps can be seen in urban-rural divide, income and affordability, and education skills. So the first gap is urban-rural digital divide. Urban-rural digital divide in Malaysia refers to unequal access to internet connectivity and digital infrastructure between urban and rural areas, which significantly affects education, employment, government services, and participation in the digital economy. Urban areas such as Kuala Lumpur, Penang, and Johor Bahru enjoy faster and more reliable broadband, strong 4G and 5G coverage, and greater access to digital services, enabling residents and businesses to benefit from online education, e-commerce, digital banking, and innovation. In contrast, many rural areas face weaker connectivity, limited fixed broadband, and heavier reliance on slower mobile internet, with internet access at 98.8% in urban households compared to 90.3% in rural households in 2024. Fixed broadband penetration remains low at 48.4 subscriptions per 100 premises, while mobile broadband stands at 130.8 per 100 inhabitants, reflecting rural dependence on less stable connections. The gap is more severe in Sabah, Sarawak, and inland regions due to difficult terrain, high infrastructure costs, and limited private investment. Additionally, lower device ownership, digital literacy, and affordability constraints further restrict meaningful internet use in rural communities, contributing to productivity, income, and opportunity gaps. So the second gap is income and affordability gap, which is a major contributor to the digital divide in Malaysia because access to digital technology depends not only on availability but also on financial capacity. Although Malaysia recorded a high internet usage rate of 97.4% in 2024 and 96.8% of households had internet access. These national figures hide income-based inequalities, particularly among the B40 group. Many low-income households struggle to afford smartphones, computers, and stable broadband subscriptions, as reflected in lower computer ownership, which is 64.3% in rural areas compared to 86.5% in urban areas. Despite high mobile broadband penetration, lower income groups are less likely to have fixed broadband and often rely on limited data plans, shared device, or unstable connections, which restrict meaningful participation in online learning, digital work, e-commerce, and e-government services. In contrast, higher income groups, which is M40 and T20, can afford high-speed broadband and multiple devices, allowing them to benefit more fully from digitalization. For example, only 55% of B40 households use e-wallet compared to 67% of T20 households and 73% of middle-income earners, demonstrating a clear income-based digital gap. Therefore, digital inequality in Malaysia is not just about connectivity, but about economic ability to sustain quality digital access, which may further widen socio-economic disparities if not addressed. The last gap that we can see is the education and skill gaps, which is a key factor contributing to the digital divide in Malaysia, as effective use of digital technology depends not only on the access but also on education level and digital competencies. Although internet penetration reached 97.4% in 2024, only 76.9% of households own a computer, with lower ownership among less educated and low-income groups. In schools, ICT usage remains uneven, with only 57% of teachers using ICT in teaching and 72% of students using it for learning. Many individuals, including graduates, still lack advanced digital skills such as data analysis, problem solving, and digital content creation, which are essential for the modern workforce. This skill gap affects employability as technology-driven sectors increasingly require advanced competencies, with 8 out of 10 emerging jobs demanding technological skills. Internationally, Malaysia ranked 79th globally in technology proficiency in 2024, indicating that skill development has not kept pace with rapid digital adoption. Therefore, digital inequality in Malaysia is not just about connectivity but about strengthening digital literacy and workforce skills to ensure inclusive participation in the digital economy.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Khairun bin Abdul Halim and my ID student is 2024318517. Now it's my turn to explain about the government initiative and recommendation. Let's go through with the government initiative first. The government has launched three major initiatives to drive digital transformation in our country. First is the My Digital. This is our national action plan for digital transformation. It is the blueprint for how Malaysia will become a truly digital nation. Second is Jendela. This initiative focuses on expanding our network infrastructure to improve internet connectivity across the country, especially in rural areas. Third is Made for IR, which is stand for the National Council for Digital Economy and Fourth Industrial Revolution. This council provides policy coordination and oversight, making sure all of our digital effort works together effectively. These three initiatives work hand in hand with a clear purpose to ensure inclusiveness so no one is left behind, to strengthen our digital infrastructure and to position Malaysia as a major regional digital hub. Now, let's talk about the recommendation for Malaysia digital economy. I want to share 5 key recommendations to strengthen Malaysia digital economy and ensure no one is left behind. Current situation. First, let me share something exciting news. Malaysia's digital economy is growing rapidly. It expanded by 19% in 2025, making us the fastest growing digital economy in Southeast Asia. We now contribute 23.4% to our national GDP. However, we face challenges and these are gaps between urban and rural areas, between high and low income groups, and digital skills. We need to address this to ensure everyone benefits from digital growth. The 5 key recommendations, which is first, accelerate AI adoption. Artificial intelligence could contribute up to 20 billion ringgit to our economy by 2030 and create 500,000 jobs. We need to shift from being AI consumers to AI investors. This means investing in research supporting AI startup and applying AI in agriculture, healthcare and finance. For example, farmers in Kedah using AI smart farming increased their yield by 30%. Second, bridge the digital inclusion gap. Currently, broadband penetration is only 48.4% per 100 premise. Rural areas still struggle with connectivity. We must expand Jendela Phase 2 to underserved areas. Provide subsidies for broadband and device especially for low-income households. And strengthen digital literacy program. When farmers in Sabah got internet access, they increased yield by 40% using IoT sensors. Third, enhance ease of doing business. Malaysia attracted 378.5 billion in investment in 2024. To maintain this, we need to streamline license processing, reduce red tape, and help SME digitalize through initiative and training. This will make Malaysia more competitive and create more jobs. 4. Boost digital investment. Digital investment surged 125% in early 2025. We need to sustain this by developing incentives of startup, strengthening visual capital, and creating innovation hubs not in just cities but also in rural areas. This will ensure balanced development across the country. 5th, develop the talents and reskilling program. We face the shortage of skills in AI, cybersecurity, and data analytics. We must reform STEAM education, embed digital skills in school curriculums, establish vocational training centers in rural areas. In providing reskilling program for workers, especially for low-income B40 workers, transitioning to ICT rules.
So, in conclusion, Malaysia's digital economy has grown rapidly and is one of the fastest growing in Southeast Asia. Digital activities such as e-commerce, online services, digital payments, and advanced technologies have become an important part of the national economy. This growth has increased productivity, attract investment, and strengthened Malaysia's position as a potential regional digital hub. However, despite this positive development, the benefit of digital growth are not shared equally. Significant digital gaps between uh, rural and urban still remain a major challenge, as rural areas often have weaker internet connectivity and limited digital infrastructure. Income and affordability issue also prevent low-income households from fully participating in digital economy, while education and skill gaps limit opportunities for underskilled workers and small businesses. If these issues are not being addressed, Malaysia risks developing a two-speed economy where digital growth benefit only certain groups while others are left behind. The government has taken an important step to address these challenges through national initiatives such as My Digital, Jendela, and Media. My Digital provide an overall direction for Malaysia digital transformation, while Jendela focus on improving digital infrastructure and internet access, and media support policy coordination and adoption of emerging technologies. Together, this initiative provides a strong foundation for building a more inclusive digital economy. So, moving forward, Malaysia must focus on solutions that directly reduce digital gaps. Advanced technology like artificial intelligence should be applied not only in cities but also in rural areas such as in smart agriculture and telemedicine. Digital inclusion can be strengthened through better infrastructure, targeted subsidies, and digital literacy programs. Small and medium enterprises, especially in rural areas, need a greater support to adopt digital tools, while education and training system must prioritize reskilling and digital skill development. So, overall, Malaysia digital economy is at a crucial stage. By ensuring that digital growth is inclusive and equitable, Malaysia can turn rapid digital development into shared benefit for all segments of society and build a more sustainable digital future.